Hi Hector, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Good, thank you. So, what are you here for?
Well, I was told by the people from the hospital that this might help me because of my accident and because of some difficulties I'm having from uh, my shoulder and from my leg from the accident I had 5 months ago.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine.
So, what happened?
Well, I was driving home from work
Mm,
and I fell asleep,
mm,
and the truck rolled over like 4 times before it stopped. And when I woke up in the hospital, and there was doctors all around me
mm.
trying to help me.
Wow.
They say I could have died, and I should have died, but I guess God had other plans.
Okay. Wow. So, how did that feel? Like when you woke up and you didn't know what had happened, and then that sounds like it was maybe a major life change.
Well, it was kind of hard for me to see my wife crying,
Yeah.
um, but all I could think about is how am I going to pay for the bills,
Oh, okay.
and how am I going to support my wife. I thought I would be fine, but I guess the doctors are saying that I'm not going to be able to work in construction, what I've always done all my life with my family. That's a family business. And I've been doing it since I was in high school.
Okay. Wow, that's a long time. So what you're saying is like this wasn't just an accident. This was like a redirection for life for you. This was not a small thing. This was like a complete change. Is that
Well,
what
that's
it?
the only thing I know how to do is work construction.
Okay.
And that's how I feed my family. That's how I take care of my family.
Okay. So it's probably something. It's what you're used to doing. Do you feel like are you sure that that's the only thing you know how to do? Is just what you're comfortable with? Is that what you mean? Because it's what you've always done.
Well, it's a family business.
Okay.
My father and my grandfather had owned this business for decades.
Mhm.
And I started working for them since I was in high school. And so I'm pretty good at it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
But
sure.
now I'm not going to be able to do this work, and I really love what I do.
Mhm. And it sounds like it's not just work for you. This is also like your family's culture. This is like this is a lot more than just a job. Is that what you're saying?
That's correct.
Okay. So, is part of your concern, and correct me if I'm wrong, part of it's financial, part of it is a sense of belonging with your family, and then also just for yourself, like it's how you see yourself as that you're a construction worker, like that's who you are. Is that right?
Well, it's the only thing I know, and my father's still working, and my grandfather's still working,
Wow. Okay.
and here I am, younger than them, and I won't be able to carry my weight and help them.
Okay.
And I enjoyed working with them,
Mhm.
and been doing it for many years, and now I can't see how I'm gonna support my family. And what am I gonna do? What else can I do that I can spend time with my father and my grandfather and the friends that I have from my job, from the work?
So this
I can't think of anything else to do.
okay. So this is a very hard thing. Very hard period right now. Hard season for you. Hmm?
It's very hard. Very hard for my marriage. My wife has been crying a lot. It's put a lot of strain in our home. And now I have to find a way to support my family, and so we can keep our home.
Okay.
But I just feel like I feel better when I drink a little bit, because the pain is just really bad, and so when I drink some beers, I feel more comfortable, and I don't feel so much pain. And I don't watch that much TV, but my wife says that I do. I don't really feel like I should be able to go and look for other work, because I'm trying to still figure out a way where I can still work construction in some form.
Okay. So are doctors telling you that this is something that's going to be a permanent state for you? Or that it's just going to be like a healing process and they're not sure? Or what?
No, they're saying that for the rest of my life I'm going to have limited mobility in my right arm and my leg.
Okay.
It's pretty much shot. I have to use a cane to walk.
Oh, okay.
And there's no places in construction for canes and not being able to use your shoulders or your arms.
Okay.
That's just not what a construction worker does.
So it sounds like, Hector, that because you've been doing this such a long time and it's such a huge part of your family and your family's culture too, because it's not just that you have a culture outside of that, it's also we each have like culture inside our families as well. And it sounds like your family's culture is that the men work construction, you guys work together, and that's how you connect and bond. Is that right?
That's my life, and that's my father's life,
Okay.
and my grandfather's life.
Are there other ways you guys connect outside of working?
Well,
Do
they've
you guys
tried
do
calling me,
anything
but
else? Okay.
I don't really feel like talking to them, because I feel like they feel sorry for me, and I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me.
So was your relationship with your dad and then your grandfather, were you guys close like before this accident?
Absolutely.
Or was there distant? You guys were close? You
Yes.
felt like you guys had like a good relationship?
We spend all week together, and on weekends we get together and eat carne asada, and we cook on the grill, and our families come together, and ever since the accident, things have changed. I haven't really.
Well, you said that they're reaching out to you still, so is it really just you're pushing them away, but it's not really them changing, but it's maybe just yourself and
Well, it's
how you're
embarrassing.
trying to deal with it?
It's embarrassing to me that my family is still working and I'm not working because I can't work.
But it sounds like they still want you to be part of their life and that you want them to be part of your life, otherwise you wouldn't be here. But that's important to you. Is that right? Like, it sounds like it's not them pushing you away. Is that correct?
Well, I know that they love me, and I know that they want the very best for me, and I know that they want to take care of us, but
well, that's huge. That's good. I mean, not everyone has good relationships with their father or their grandfather in any way, and so it's good that you have that.
But it's embarrassing to me.
It's embarrassing to you, just the fact that you can't do exactly the same things as them.
Right.
Okay.
I can't pull my weight. I feel like a crippled. Because that's what I am.
Well, is it really what you are, or is it just what your body is going through right now? Because your body is a separate thing from you, like who you are as a person. So it sounds like you're kind of struggling with the idea that, and now the fact that you're here at all means that you do actually want to work through these things. You actually do want to have some things resolved or some help in some areas. But it sounds like you're at the point right now where you're kind of unsure, like you want that, but you're not sure how to get that. But this is still kind of a new situation for you, so
I don't know if any of this is going to help me. I just know that.
do you want to maintain these relationships with your wife, with your family? Do you want those relationships still?
Of course. But I feel like they feel sorry for me, and I don't want nobody feeling sorry for me.
Well, do you think there's maybe some things you could do so that they don't feel sorry for you? Or, because you might actually have to have a conversation with them too, because they may not feel sorry for you, they may just be worried that you're distancing yourself. So what you're seeing as pity might actually just be them just seeing you change, you know. Have you actually talked to them about that before? Any of them? Have you talked to any of them about that?
I don't feel like I want to talk to anybody about this right now.
Okay. Well, that just means that you're not quite ready, but that doesn't mean you will never be ready to kind of address this. But but the fact that you have those relationships really very bonded, very important to you, and they're still reaching out to you, it sounds like they're ready to do that, and that's okay if you're not yet. It's okay if it'll take you a little bit more time. And we can keep meeting and having more time so that we can kind of work this out and figure out exactly what it is that's...
How many times do we have to meet for this?
It's totally up to you. It's totally up to you. I'm just somewhere where you can come and you can vent. And we can talk about these things. We can talk about, you know, what it is you're doing with your time now instead of things you used to do, because there's probably... You probably don't have to eliminate everything that you've done as your normal, you know, regular everyday life. Sounds like you're just kind of choosing what you want to do in some of it. Yes, I hear you. The construction part you can't do, but you also did other things. You said you guys cooked on and salad, right? Those are still some things that you can still eat tacos, right?
Of course.
You can sit at a table eating tacos with your family, so it sounds like there are some opportunities you can take, but it's going to be totally in your court, on your timing that you're ready to do that. And it sounds like they love you enough to wait for you to come around for that. But that's a major loss in your life. This is a huge loss in your life, and a transition, and transitions are hard. And so for you to take it at your pace, that's good, that's wise. And I would love to see you come back so we can kind of give you somewhere to vent, because sometimes it's hard to talk to the people that we love the most about the things that we're feeling, because, well, nobody expects to get into car accidents. Nobody expects to have these losses happen. I'm sure you were not expecting that to happen.
I just don't know you very well.
Sure.
And
Agreed.
I don't really feel if I'm not talking to my father or my grandfather, and it's because I just don't.
I totally get that. And since we're almost out of time, I just want to clarify, if you can talk to them about it, that's ultimately the goal, right? To reestablish that open communication. If you need some help in learning how to do that again, then absolutely I'm here for you. But if you don't need that, that's fine too. I'm just letting you know that's an option. Okay?
I've never needed anybody's help. I've been able to maintain my family and support my family, and
Yeah, and it sounds like you're gonna have to support them in a very different way, and probably a more challenging way. Not physically challenging, but emotionally, and challenging. It's gonna be hard, but you can do it. You're obviously a very intelligent person. You've been running and doing the same business for such a long time. You can do it. But I'm just letting you know, like, I'm here if you want to come back, and it's okay if you don't. But ultimately, I hope that you wind up working on those relationships again to get them back to feeling close, because who else would help you the most than the people in your lives that have known you the longest and know everything about you that they love, because I'm sure it's not just how well you can build something or put something together. It's more than that. But it will take time for you to kind of work through all these things, and it's up to you.
You might be right. But right now, I just don't know you.
That's okay. And you're welcome to come back, and so you can know me, and so you can get the help that you feel like you need from me, or just be willing to talk to them about it. And if you still decide in the future that you want help, then by all means.
Did you speak to my wife already?
No, only you. And what we say here stays between you and I. It's confidential. That's your business. That's why it's a safe place for you to speak. Okay?
Okay.
That's why people come for help, and if you want that, then you always have it. It's an opportunity, okay? But our time's up for today, so you did really well, though. I mean, I know that had to have been hard because you don't know me, and clearly you are uncomfortable with that, but you still did a really good job, because it's hard to talk to strangers about things like this, especially something so life-changing for you. So I appreciate your courage. Okay? And you're welcome to come back. It was really nice meeting you, Hector.
Okay.
You have a good day.
Thank you, you too.